Hi everyone, and welcome to day 4 of our 30 days to the roots of yoga. So today I'm going to be taking you through a class where we're going to be practicing Surya Namaskar, or sun salutations as you may know them in modern day. In traditional yoga, Surya, or the sun, represents illumination, inner warmth and clarity. And I want you to think of this class or any practice of Surya Namaskar as awakening awareness within ourselves. So that's the foundation or the root that I want you to think about for today's practice. And sun salutations are spoken about so widely in modern day that you might even be familiar with this practice. But if you've never practiced yoga before and you are a complete beginner to the practice, then please be prepared to hear about Surya Namaskar or sun salutations going forward in your yoga practice or when you visit any studios or classes. And before we get started, I did want to let you know that there are a few ways of practicing Surya Namaskar. So some of you might know Surya Namaskar from a Hatha Yoga perspective, which is not what we're going to be practicing today. We're going to be practicing a bit more of a modern Ashtanga Surya Namaskars. So as soon as you're ready, we'll come to a standing position right at the top of the mat. So bringing the feet together, and if the big toes can touch, then bringing them to touch, leaving a slight gap between the heels. And then maybe just picking up each of the toes and grounding them back down into the earth. So we're going to start to activate what we call Pada Bandha, or our foot lock. So thinking of the soles of our feet like a suction cup. So we're pressing down through the soles of our feet, down into the earth. And really feeling energy rise up through the feet into our legs, keeping the arms by the sides of the body, palms facing forwards, and growing tall through the spine. You can close off your eyes here or keep a steady gaze, keeping the drishti, or your gaze, to the tip of the nose. So drishti is a focus point in our asana practice. And there are 9 drishtis that we can relate to in our asana practice. At the moment, while we're standing, one of these points can be the tip of our nose. And the purpose of drishti is to help us to keep awareness on ourselves and our practice rather than the external, and rather than looking around us. We will take a few deep breaths. So as we were practicing yesterday, just tapping into your abdominal breath. Good, taking 2 more breaths. And then you're going to inhale on your next breath, taking the arms all the way up above you, bringing the palms together, Urdhva Hastasana. And then coming down as you exhale into Uttanasana. Inhale to a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And then you're going to place your hands down and step back into a higher plank, bringing the shoulders over the wrist if you can. Exhale down through knees, chest, chin. And inhale to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, or upward facing dog. And exhale back to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And take a breath. And then you're going to slowly start to step towards the front of the mat, inhaling to Ardha Uttanasana again, and exhale down to Uttanasana. Inhale, take the arms up, bring the palms together, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms by the sides of the body, coming into Samastiti. So that equates to one round of Surya Namaskar. There are a few ways that we can modify our asana practice during sun salutations. One option is, instead of a knees, chest, chin, we'll take a chaturanga dandasana, or what we might call a low plank. The other option is, instead of coming into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, where we come into our upward facing dog, we can take Bhujangasana or a cobra pose. We also have an option to jump back instead of stepping back, or jump forwards instead of stepping forwards. So as you become familiar with this practice, you might want to start to up the pace a little bit more, but always going at a pace that feels comfortable and steady for you, and where of course you can keep the breath as the main focus of your practice. So we're going to flow through 3 more rounds, and we'll get started again bringing the feet together, arms by the sides of the body. Inhale, lifting the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale down to Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. You can also place the hands on the shin here to create a flat back. Take the hands down, jump or step back into a high plank. Exhaling down through Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Take a breath. And then jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, take the arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale, arms by the sides of the body, Samastiti. Inhale, take the arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale to Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands down, jump or step back, high plank. Exhale down through Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or Bhujangasana. So if you're taking Bhujangasana here, just coming down, all the way down, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lifting the upper body up. And then exhale back into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, take a breath. And breathe out. Jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhaling to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to Uttanasana. Inhale, take the arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale, arms by the sides of the body, Samastiti. Inhale, take the arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale down, Uttanasana. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Jump or step back to a high plank. Exhale down through Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Jumping or stepping to the front of the mat. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up, bring the palms together. And exhale, arms by the sides of the body, Samastiti. So a few things that I wanted to mention. So while we're flowing through, you might not be able to completely straighten the legs in Uttanasana. So some of you might have a slight bend in the knees as you fold forward. If you have tight hamstrings or legs, completely fine. So just taking that micro bend in the knees and then folding forwards, shifting the weight of the body into the fronts of the feet as you lift the hips up towards the sky. And breathing here. Another really difficult one for beginners might be Chaturanga Dandasana. And this is one that I did not get when I first began practicing yoga. So it was really hard for me to come down. The only way that I got there was through practicing knees, chest, chin. So if this is where you need to be to begin, then please take the modification or the variation that suits you. Option to always use props or blocks as well. As you'll find in the article, I will go into more depth with these modifications and variations. But just bearing all of that in mind, we're going to take one more just to make you really familiar with Surya Namaskar, as you might be practicing these throughout other asana practices that we go through as the days go on. So coming to the top of the mat, standing with the feet together, and then inhale, arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale down to Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands down, jump or step back. Exhaling down through Chaturanga Dandasana or knees touch chin. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Take a breath. And then slowly start to step or jump forwards to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, take the arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale, arms by the sides of the body, Samastiti. So that was our Surya Namaskar practice. For more details, please read the article because it has some really important information that I might have left out during this practice. But that is the foundation of how to practice Surya Namaskar. And thank you for joining me. I'll see you for day 5 tomorrow.